On this episode, we're going to talk about how theory and, psychology-based marketing is then put into practice. And we're going to go over the tactics we use to bring some of these lofty ideas to life of how we creative test them, how we prove that they're winning, then how we iterate on them and ultimately scale them. This episode is brought to you by IntelliGems and Postscript. As you know, IntelliGems are a one-stop shop for all things profit optimization. You can test anything you want to on your website. So go to intelligems.io, let them know I sent you, and start getting more out of your site visitors today. Postscript. The only thing I can tell you about Postscript today is we're a part of some beta programs that I can't talk about publicly yet, but holy crap. Holy shit. I wanted to say holy shit, but I don't know if Postscript is cool with me cussing in their ad reads, but holy shit, guys. It's crushing. So, can't give you too many more details than that, but go to postscript.io, get on board, because they're already the most trusted and most reliable SMS platform out there, but the stuff they're building now is light years ahead of anything else I've seen in the market. So, postscript.io, go check them out. All right, for this episode, I'm going to play you a clip because there's a rare instance here where I know the exact moment that I came up with this idea. Because it happened on a podcast with my friend Sarah, who we co-host a podcast together called Brain Driven Brands, if you haven't heard of it. I plug this podcast on hers a lot. I never plug her podcast on mine, so figured would return the favor here. But you're going to see her present me with a study, a psychological study about how people perceive the value of different items. You're going to watch me in real time have the idea for this campaign, talk it through with her. It's 2.5 minutes, and then we'll come back to me and I'll tell you what's happened since then and how this idea made it onto our website and our ad account already and how it's currently performing. So, hope you like that format. I'll see you back here in 2 minutes and 43 seconds.
If you explain and display the cost of making your product next to the product itself, you can increase sales by 22% or higher. So picture of the product, and to the left of it, here's all the costs that went into making it.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to run one of these ads. Because for us, all right, so a couple things.
Run it.
Okay. All right, so let me go off on this because I'm very excited. Okay. We obviously all need a margin on our products, but I would look at this and just say, like, don't just talk about the hard cost. Talk about the time cost and the opportunity cost.
The cerebral cost.
Like, I could put this picture of a watch up there and be like, this oak tree had to grow for 30 years.
Yeah.
Then it had to be cut down and built into a barrel of whiskey. And then it had to age for 8 more years. 40 years went into building this watch.
This is like the dead emoji for me. I'm like, dead. That's so good. Oh my God.
That's the ad.
That's the ad. So lots of different ways that you could actually use this psych hack. I think you guys should run an ad.
I just chat GPT'd it while you were talking. Oak trees typically need to grow for 70 to 100 years before they're able to be cut down to make whiskey barrels.
That's so long.
This watch is 100 plus years old.
It's a century-old watch.
The century whiskey watch. I'm changing all of our product titles.
This is why we do this, because get ready.
No, but I think like everyone has that to some degree.
Yes. Yeah.
Like everyone can make your process. You can position it as costly and lengthy and thorough. And I think that's what people want to see. And I think this gets more true the higher your AOV gets. But like, this is such a unique angle to be like, hey,
weird.
I'm not even trying to sell you this thing right now. I'm just trying to show you how much went into it.
Yes, how much work we did to actually produce it. And the weird part too is humans value that intensely. Yeah,
it is like our biggest objection is price, because everyone's biggest objection is price always. And like, it's one of those things where like when you really start to do the math of like, cool, an oak tree had to grow for 100 years.
Yeah.
Then it had to be cut down, taken to a cooperage, made into a barrel. A distillery had to buy it, put their whiskey in it, age it for 4 to 20 years, and then we get it. It's a miracle that we can sell this for $300. So now, like, what used to be a steep cost is now like, how are you guys doing that?
Yes.
For only $300. All right. I think that's cool to see me think in real time. I don't know if that's cool for anyone. I thought it was fucking cool. But that was where the idea was born of how do we more effectively communicate the value of our watches to kind of take down that, objection of price that we all have to some degree. So instead of showing what our hard costs are for the watch, we decided to show, like, let's look at the time and the labor that went into it. So here is, we'll put it on screen, the headline and copy. The first thing we tested on the Whiskey LP on our website. It reads, the headline, Whiskey Barrel Watches, a century in the making. Then the body says, oak trees grow for at least a century before they're cut down and crafted into whiskey barrels. Then they age our favorite whiskeys for at least 4 and up to 20 plus years before we inlay the wood into watches. Each piece doesn't just tell time, it tells the story of the lumberjacks, craftsmen, distillers, and whiskey drinkers who worked together spanning a century to bring you this watch. Upgrade your collection today because you deserve a watch that's as rugged and unique as you are. All right, let me be the first one to say, I don't love this copy. I wrote it, but it's the first draft. It's the first iteration of this. So I never have too high of hopes for anything. But the first iteration of this absolutely crushed. We'll put the screenshot of IntelliGems, shout out IntelliGems, on the screen here. 30% increase in conversion rate on one of our highest traffic LPs, and a 28% increase in profit per site session. I mean, insane. Like, absolutely insane. And to me, like, this is why we test everything on our website first, because it gives us fast and reliable information. Because at the same time, we put this in a couple ads and they haven't gotten spent yet, so we don't know if it's working there. But now we know for sure that this copy, even the first draft of this concept, is getting more people to buy watches from us. That means it's good. That means I should take the time to tweak this copy, to test a couple different words out here and there. I say the word century like 6 times in there. Maybe I should toss in 100 years so people know what I'm talking about, and so it's not so repetitive. Then I think we can deeper tie into the legacy that the lumberjacks and craftsmen and distillers are leaving behind, and how our products are giving these unique materials a second life when they usually would just be discarded. There's a lot more we can go deeper into here. And now that I know this concept works, this message works, we're going to take the time and money to invest in further flushing out this concept and further testing this, because the thing that we tested this against was a headline and a chunk of copy that we had tested things against for 13 months, and we didn't find anything that beat it. It was our winner. It was our top dog. I would have staked my, life and salary on, like, this is our best copy ever. And then we beat it. So it's exciting. So we tested on our website first. We got it in 2 ads that haven't gotten much spend yet, but they're in a campaign that's absolutely crushing against incumbent ads that are dominating. So we're going to do more testing in the ad account. We're going to do more refining of the copy on the website. But I thought it'd be interesting to show you guys something that's like currently going on, a current creative test from the conception of the idea into the first iteration of it. And I'll be sure to keep you posted on how this goes. But if you take anything away from this episode, I want you to do something on your website that further communicates the value of your products, not the price. I'm not telling you to put something in there that says, oh, this is 30% off. That's not what I'm saying. I want you to think about justifying the price by communicating the value that your products bring to the table. You can either make it monetary, or you can do what we do, where you talk about the time and all the work and the labor that went into crafting whatever it is you sell. Split test it. Let me know how it goes. And once you prove it out on your site, you can take it to your ad account. You can take it to your welcome email and SMS flows. You can take it to everywhere in your marketing funnel once you find out it's a proven winner. So go do that. Subscribe to Tactical and Practical. Subscribe to Brain Driven Brands if you want to listen to more of me and Sarah riffing. And I'll see you next time.